Alright guys, it's July 1st. And we still got beasts. I hate this stand here. No! You're gonna get off before I show you to the camera, aren't you? That's a whopper. So yes, there are big fish in Panguitch Lake still. July 1st, 2019. Wow. Look at the size of this guy. Look at the size of that. My. July 1st, 2019. Gotta love it, man. That is why we do this. And that is why I love being me. It's happy. Get Happy Outdoors. Hey guys, welcome to Get Happy Outdoors. This is our July episode. It's actually going to consist of probably 3 or maybe even 4 episodes. We're spending the entire month of July on Panguitch Lake in 2019. And so far right now we're in about the 3rd week of July. So we're coming up to the last week of July right now. So right now is the hottest it's pretty much going to get for the summer. It's up in the 85-degree mark area. And one thing that I really want to key in on and let you guys know about that's going to help you catch a lot more fish and a lot more big fish, especially in trout lakes, lakes that are above 8,000 feet, is even though it's 85 degrees plus outside, I'm still fishing just 2 to 5 feet below the surface of the water. Okay, you hear a lot of these fishing reports and everybody talking about, oh, it's getting hotter out, you got to fish deeper. Not true. So you just got to keep in mind that everything you read on fishing reports is not always true. In these reports that I do, I'm never going to be dubious with you. I'm always going to be forthright and show you exactly what I'm doing to catch these big fish. Sometimes they don't respond all that well to detailing. Nice big, he's actually a cutbow. That'll work. There we go. Couldn't even get him up for the camera. So your typical day up here is going to be pretty windy. And typically, if you get to white capping winds, then you're going to have the white caps last at least 2 to 3 times longer than your milder wind. So you might have mild wind with no white caps for about 13 to 15 minutes, and then you'll have about 30 to 45 minutes of white capping wind. So you pretty much just want to stay stationed where you are. Wait out the white caps. You can fish them if you want to, but you're just not going to be as successful when you're doing that. But if you wait them out and fish during the 15 to 20 minutes of calmer wind, you'll have a lot more success. Now when this happens, you'll also notice the white caps will cause the water to get murky, like it is right now. But it's only murky for the first 20 to 30 feet out, and then it gets clear again because there's no murk out there for it to stir up. So we're going to fish right now about 30 feet out. and see what we can get. Let's see how we do here. Again, I'm only 18 inches from the fly with my indicator. A little deeper water right out here, but hopefully we don't have to change our setup much at all. What I really want you to see is what these fish do when you hook up to them. They just go crazy. And we have a crosswind. Thanks for a big lump in your line. He's a lot bigger than he looks. He really wasn't expecting that to be fake. Oh wow, that's a big boy right there, man. Look at that guy. Oh man, you gotta love this. That's a 20 pluser right there. Little size 16. You know, I gotta tell you guys, it's that's the other myth about fishing lakes is people think you gotta use big flies. Not at all. I'm using the same size of the naturals that are in this lake, and that's why I catch so many. So yeah, number 3 on the myth list would be just because you're in big water doesn't mean you have to use big flies. Always look under the rocks and see the size of the naturals, okay? Always check out what the size of the natural insects are that they're feeding on, and that's the size you use. Typically, it's always going to be 16s, 14s, those are your most typicals. Sometimes you go up to 12s. A lot of times you go down below 16, you go down to 18 or 20. But if you're catching real big fish in these lakes and stuff, 16s and 14s are going to be your most common size. Well, today's July 1st. Figure we gotta document this. My first brook trout I've ever caught in Panguitch Lake. Monkey-headed tiger. There we go. Nice tiger trout for you, huh? Oh yeah, he's beautiful. Now today is the first day that I've seen the damselfly hatch come off. I just noticed it a couple minutes ago. I noticed a couple of damselflies moving around on the shoreline, so I immediately switched over to a damsel nymph, and it worked great. That's what he hit. Awesome. Gotta love these tiger trout, man. Oh, even when they're not very big like this one, this is only about 16 inches. Gotta love that hefty body though. Wow. That's awesome. Big fat tail on you, huh? That's what we call a big old tiger trout right there. Tiger trout, baby. Oh, just a little gay. So we just hooked up on a real big cutthroat. We lost a couple of real big ones earlier. They bit the line. But we got a nice big cutthroat here. It's got to be about 23 inches. A little skinny. Big old head on him though. There we go. Big old cutthroat right there. You know, a lot of people wonder how I can tail these fish instead of using a net or anything. It's pretty easy, really. Once you reel in enough line to where you have about 10 feet or less of fly line from the tip of your rod, you stop reeling in. Then you start stripping with your hand, like this. Because if he darts off again, I can go ahead and let him go and still control him. But I've also got enough slack that when I do get him in close enough, I can go ahead and grab him without having to bend the rod and all that crap. So it's a good hefty trout. About 18 inches, 17 or 18. See, I've stripped it so where I've got about 5 or 6 inches of fly line left out my tip. Now I can go ahead and tail him. Just like that. Good fish. About 17, 18 inches. About 17 or 18 inch rainbow. Great fight. Fantastic fight.